I personally like to wait until the market opens up into the new week. I wouldn't look into anything that happens on the weekend, guys. Volume can be faked. It can be, a lot of manipulation going through the weekend. So I wouldn't look at anything as far as like Saturday, Sunday. This could be the start of a next leg up. I wouldn't look at any of that on the weekend. Let's just wait until the market opens up on Monday and see where things go from there, right? There's been a lot of FUD about, the government selling Bitcoin and, it's just so much the sentiment. The ultimately the sentiment in the crypto space right now is very, very, very bad. Very, very, very bad. So when we get these days of green, I don't really look into them, especially on the weekend, because I know across crypto Twitter and also YouTube that the sentiment is pretty bad. So usually the market does the opposite, right? The question is the bull run over? In my opinion, I don't think it's over, right? I also don't think you're early, right? So if you're new, this is, in my opinion, this is just my opinion. I believe this is the last leg, right? This is the last leg of the cycle, and it is what it is at this point, right? And I understand people are getting frustrated because everybody thought this was going to be this insane altcoin season, and we haven't seen it yet, guys. We just haven't seen it yet. We haven't seen a real altcoin season, right? It would be nice to have one. We just haven't seen one. So, the sentiment is actually terrible right now in crypto. Not a lot of leverage. There's not really nothing to look into as far as leverage. You can really see it's not much there. The bare hopium here is that most of it is on the back end, right? 90K, 90K, 90, 100K. Well, I mean, we do have a little bit here on the weekly, a little bit leverage liquidity pools at 96, and then, at 102, which at this point is a far cry, right? Can we get back to 102? BTC, and I truly believe we will, but this is a very volatile week. I would personally say Miles Duster dropping some gems. He says if you're feeling a little bit lost right now, just embrace the next few weeks are going to be a little bit rocky, right? And I just said that, like, I am already going into, like, okay, CPI on the 15th, Trump inauguration on the 20th, FOMC on the 29th, right? These are the key dates we need to be looking for, and we need to be paying attention to the job data. We need to be paying attention to the home builders market, and we need to be paying attention to crypto stocks, stuff like Coinbase, BTC mining companies, and even the Bitcoin hash rate, right? They say if the Bitcoin hash rate continues to hang around all-time highs, that's technically bullish for BTC. But the sentiment's cooked right now. The sentiment is cooked. I'm seeing a lot of people calling it top. I'm seeing a lot of influencers stop making content. I'm seeing a lot of chinks in the armor of this cycle. So in this video, I want to go over some blue chip plays, the long-term plays, guys. I just want to go over a few charts that I'm seeing. First and foremost, let's talk about Jasmy. Jasmy definitely has a downtrend going on as far as the technicals. You can see here, we got to break out of this pattern. This is the weekly chart, by the way. We got to break out of this downtrend. We got a downtrend on the RSI, downtrend on the stock RSI, and then a potential MACD cross to the downside. So, the blue line hasn't crossed over the orange yet, but you can see that momentum is starting to decline there for also the MACD, coinciding with the huge red candle that we're seeing here on the weekly, right? So the government selling the Silk Road Bitcoin is legit FUD, right? Because they hold billions of dollars, I think like 9 or 10 billion, and a lot of people just don't want to be part of that dip, right? Because if that happens, of course, it's going to take altcoins down with it, right? I'm just giving you the real, right? Is it going to happen? We don't know. Has it happened? No, right? There's been a lot of false news out there, but they did do a test transaction, which scared the fuck out of a lot of people inside the market. So just keep that in mind. Again, I like to look at the Jasmy BTC chart, and you can also see the Jasmy BTC chart here on the weekly is also in the downtrend. So we have key, we gotta get above we got key trend lines that we have to get above, guys. We got key trend lines that we have to get above, and we're just not above it, right? So just here on the weekly, just giving you guys straight truth, right? We are lacking momentum, and the sentiment is not helping, right? The sentiment is not helping. On the flip side, a lot of these altcoins, especially the blue chips, are starting to reset on the 4 hour. If we go here to the daily, you can see good resets here on the daily. And then if we go here to the weekly, we are almost there where we're starting to get that weekly reset. So I think altcoins go down a little bit lower. I think altcoins, and this is, you can see Jasmy right here. Jasmy right there. Still not yet oversold on the weekly. So I think there's still a little bit of pain for altcoins headed into this turbulence, this area of turbulence with the RSI, with Trump's inauguration. There's just a lot going on. The LA fires, like people are selling their crypto because they have lost their houses. They lost their, a lot of rich people. Like California is a big state for crypto. And the fact like that, they're shutting down games and stuff like that. You got to think about, what's going on in Cali and how it could impact the crypto market because, okay, it's one state. I get it. But there's a lot of rich motherfuckers in Cali. And I know a lot of people in the West Coast buy crypto, trade crypto, hold large amounts of crypto. Can you imagine like having a ledger or having something sitting around in a house and is burnt and gone forever, right? So, yeah. They can't sell their crypto, but again, maybe they have some things that's not on their ledger, and then like they gotta liquidate this stuff because they've lost so much. So just think about that aspect of it. I know California is like really minute when we think about the entire cryptocurrency space, but this is the type of shit that causes fear everywhere, right? Fear everywhere, right? And we're seeing, the H bars, the SUIs, the XRPs still overbought on the weekly, right? These things had massive runs to the upside. SUI has been so strong, right? H bar has been hanging around 27 to 30%. XRP has been hanging around like $2.50, right? So these are strong blue chips, right? That still haven't shown any type of weakness. And the fact that we got a lot of this FUD out here on top of and I don't want to call it like a black swan event. It's kind of like a mini black swan event was going on in LA. That could really, really affect the market. And then we got macro turbulence wins, right? CPI data, job data, Trump inauguration. Who knows what Trump is going to come out here and say? We hope, crypto, we're hopeful that he comes out here and is very bullish and talks about this Bitcoin strategic reserve, but we don't know, right? So that can end up being either a buy the rumor, sell the news event, or an opportunity where he does come out here and say something positive, and then the market flips back bullish. So, and then the switch of the houses, Gary Gensler stepping down, SE, it's just a whole lot going on, guys. And you can't expect crypto to just, fly and go up forever, right? There's going to be corrections. If you cannot stomach a 30% correction, a 50% correction, then unfortunately, this may not be the market for you. I've been through all this, so I know the psychological welfare of what happens in crypto. And right now, even the sentiment has crossed into crypto where I'm seeing big names saying, hey, this could possibly be the top, right? So do you believe that BTC has put in a double top? I'd like to know you guys' opinion, but the market is showing a lot of weakness right now. It is showing a lot of weakness right now. And I made a post about like holding on to my conviction plays. Yeah, these are conviction plays, guys. And yeah, I do plan on selling these at the top peak of altcoin season, right? And me personally, I don't have any more money to keep DCAing. I'm like a regular person right now, right? I can't keep DCAing into the market, so I'm forced to hold. Like, I'm personally forced to hold. I don't have money to keep putting inside the market. And I know it's people that's just like me, that's thinking the same way. And I'm saying this because I've been buying crypto for 3 years. I've been buying the dip. So I'm tapped out from buying the dip. I ain't about to even come up here and give you guys false hopium. The Ethereum fees are $3.68 for the people that do have extra money to buy the dip, right? But I am personally not buying this dip, right? I won't be buying this dip because I've bought the dip and I've continuously bought the dip. The only thing I can share with you guys is that it's good to have stables on the side. I have to be a little bit picky with the stables that I have on the side, and because I do crypto full time, so I can't just be buying the dip. I still have to fund my tradings accounts and things like that that keep me making money throughout the month when YouTube views are down. So yeah, I'm frustrated too. I want altcoin season to happen. I want, you know, Bitcoin to go to 150K and we see our altcoin bags. But this is part of the game, right? This is part of the game. I'm not bearish at all, but I understand that we could have a window for the next month or so where it's a little bit rocky because of what's going on in the macro. The LA fires on top of that. We don't know how that can affect a lot of these wealthy people who are in crypto. And then the the government, right, potentially selling off the Silk Road Bitcoin, right? Will they do it? Most likely not. We'll just have to see how Trump reacts to that. I'm interested in seeing how Trump reacts to that, guys. How do you think Trump will react to that? The thesis still stands on stuff like Hedera, Jasmy, Peak, right? And in a few of my blue chip gaming tokens, guys. But as far as like the low caps and utilities, I would be a little bit wary with those because the market is very, very, very volatile right now, and those can have extreme swings. So if you have a lot of money in low caps and utilities, you got to understand that these could go through some extreme swings right now with all the uncertainty in the market. It is uncertain. It is sad. It is uncertainty. But this is what we signed up for, right? And we got to go through this. And I'm here. I'm here every day checking in, right? I'm human. So, you know what I mean? But Jasmy, Hedera's thesis still stand. We know that these are strong coins. We just need more liquidity in the market, man. And at some point, the Fed is going to have to step in so that this economy doesn't really get bad. And they're going to have to turn on the money printer. And when they turn on their money printer, you can expect a lot of liquidity to roll into these altcoins. But for now, it's like a standby. And I'm waiting just like everybody else. And hopefully it happens, guys. Y'all let me know what y'all think in the comments. Are you still bullish? Are you bearish? Are you losing hope? Do you still believe in the altcoin season? I want to know everybody's opinion in the comments. It's your boy Crypto Millie. I'll see you in the next one.